Do you see what Ernie Els, Adam Scott, and Nelly Korda have in common? They're so smooth. They look like they're yawning, but hit it 300 yards. But we swing with all our might and struggle to hit 220. Why? Hello to all you golf lovers out there. This is Swing Crew. Today's model is the master of hook shots who's been entertaining with golf content. Hello, I'm the director from Director Golf. It's because you can't use centrifugal force. And this centrifugal force requires understanding the fourth engine, the lead arm, and shoulder angle. We covered engines 1, 2, 3 before, right? This fourth engine is the most important of all. That's why the golfing machine calls it the Master Power Accumulator. Using this fourth engine properly lets you stay relaxed, smooth, with great direction and consistency. Then you can hit it 300 yards like Adam Scott. Swing Crew Golf Theory Lesson 5 starts now. Let me show you how this fourth engine creates power and consistency. First, power. The engine's like a spring, right? You compress the spring, then release it to store and unleash power. So how do you store and release power? It's the angle between lead arm and shoulder. When the lead arm stays close to your body, the angle decreases. This compresses the spring storing power. Then as the angle increases, it releases that power. Now second is consistency. Golf swing is a circular motion, right? This circle has a center point and a radius. What's the center and what determines the radius? Your left shoulder is the center. Radius is lead arm plus club. When this fourth engine works properly, it means this radius length stays consistent all the way to impact. What happens then? Pure strikes just happen naturally. Let me show you the position. Just practicing this setup programs your brain, making it incredibly effective training. First, address and takeaway. Easy here. Extend your lead arm straight and rotate with your torso. Up to here, the shoulder and lead arm angle barely changes. After this gets important. P3 is lead arm parallel, P4 is backswing top, right? Here the lead arm crosses your chest toward the shoulder. The upper lead arm must press firmly against your left chest. This introduces the important concept of pressure point 4. You should feel heavy pressure inside your left armpit. Without feeling this pressure, you can't use engine 4 at all. Next we go to downswing, right? This is where average golfers like us make the most mistakes. Don't blow engine 4, keep it intact coming down. From P4 to P5, your hips and torso start rotating toward the target, right? But your lead arm must passively follow down while maintaining that armpit pressure created at the top. So pressure point 4 stays engaged, while your lead arm stays connected to your body coming down. P6 and P7 are crucial too. P6 is shaft parallel, P7 is impact, right? At P6, body rotation speeds up and centrifugal force starts building up here. So your lead arm naturally starts moving outward then. At P7 impact, powerful body rotation launches that connected lead arm toward the target direction. This is when pressure point 4 naturally releases gradually. What's the key here? Your lead arm isn't something you intentionally extend and swing. As your body rotates, engine 4 naturally releases itself. Centrifugal force naturally throws your arm out there. Pretty amazing, right? Swing like this and effortless power just happens. Then in the follow-through, you need to brake. Both arms extending smoothly toward the target. To recap, at address set that radius, backswing press your arm against your chest building pressure. Downswing, maintain that pressure pulling down with your body, then at impact centrifugal force goes bang and releases everything. But there's something to watch out for here. Two things. First is about pressure point number 4. We said you need to keep that left armpit connected with pressure, right? How strong should that be? Just lightly, that's all. If you squeeze your left chest and arm too hard, your shoulder joint locks up. So just enough pressure that a towel wouldn't fall out. That's the right amount. Second is left arm position at the shoulder. At the top of your backswing, your left arm should match your shoulder angle exactly. But many golfers think they need a big backswing for power, so they lift their arm way up high. That's wrong swing technique. When you do that, your left armpit separates and breaks the connection completely. So instead of lifting your arm up, you need to turn horizontally with your right shoulder. Now you know the shape and force needed. But here's the key. Your left arm moves passively. Body rotation is the engine. So how do we make this body rotation strong and stable? Let me explain. Let me explain next. The golfing machine calls body rotation the pivot. So how do we make this pivot powerful? You need three things: clear obstacles, create drive, and build a wall. With these three, you can increase the power of your left arm, snapping through. Distance will increase, right? Let me explain in detail. First, clear obstacles, right? What obstacles? Your hips, your pelvis. The reason your rotation is weak in the downswing is because your pelvis blocks the path. Your right shoulder needs to get under your chin, but your right hip blocks it from coming through. So what should you do? Your left hip needs to rotate aggressively back behind you and get out of the way. That's called hip clearing. Then your right shoulder can drive into that space. Once you've cleared the path, now you need to create that second drive force. That's your right shoulder's job. This is your direct power source. The trail shoulder must pass under your chin toward the target. But what about us average golfers? We stop rotating at impact. When you stop rotating at impact, what happens? You start decelerating around P6 trying to stop early. Then you can't generate proper power. So you need to drive that trail shoulder through to P8, follow through. Then we create the wall, right? This is hitting the brakes hard. You've seen this video before? Mike Bender with the stick, braking to make the head whip through. In the video, he stops his hands, but in real swings, you don't stop your hands. You create the wall with your lead leg. Creating a wall and braking makes the head whip through and speed explodes compared to just rotating. So how do we build this wall? Push hard off your lead foot in the downswing while straightening your lead knee. That's how you create the wall. Now let me give you some key warnings. First, the hips. When I say hip clearing, some people just spin their hips without any weight shift. That's spinning out, right? You need to shift weight to your lead foot first. Second is the shoulder. I said drive the trail shoulder toward the ball. But 9 out of 10 people will cover with their shoulder forward. Be careful to keep that shoulder low, passing under your chin properly. Finally, the knee. The knee is one of the most injury-prone areas as we age. If you hear push off your lead foot and straighten your knee and do it too aggressively, what happens? Knee injury, exactly. The key isn't straightening, but bracing your lead knee. You don't need it perfectly straight, just firm and stable support. Practice these 3 points carefully, then anyone can master the body swing. You've now learned Power Accumulator number 4, the crown jewel engine, the lead arm to body angle, and you learned the body rotation method to maximize that lead arm rotation. This content has been condensed and condensed and condensed again. So we trained AI on this content so you can ask questions and get detailed answers through our Swing Crew AI chatbot. Then you can verify if information is wrong and know if it fits your style, right? Check out membership if needed. Link in pinned comment. So we wrapped up 5 weeks of golfing machine core power accumulators. How was it? Making these videos taught me so much. I've shouted Eureka countless times. Next week, we're covering pressure points. Mentioned several times explaining power accumulators, so we'll organize everything comprehensively. Just knowing this, you can check if your swing is normal, if you're wasting energy, and if you're consistent. Subscribe so you won't miss it. Thank you for watching this far. So all American golfers can enjoy fun and exciting golf, our team will work even harder to prepare. Thanks. This has been Swing Crew.